Alright guys, so this is going to be one of the roughest videos I've ever made, and I might start crying at some point. Like, you want to hold it against me, hold it against me. I honestly don't give much of a fuck either way. The two women that are seen here on screen are Dakara Thompson and Irina something. She's from Ukraine. I can't pronounce her last name. I wish I could to do her justice, but both of these women were murdered recently. Both of them for no apparent reason that I could fucking see. And as much as I like making stupid content for my small group of friends in our small little gamer community, I cannot stay silent about this shit. There's literally a list from a man named Xavier that I'm gonna show here in a minute of more women that have been brutally attacked by people that should not either be in this country or be walking on the streets. And honestly, this is the reason I don't even go outside. I'm a 6'2", 270-pound guy. Me and my wife don't go out in public. Not if we're not going to be around a bunch of other people that we at least know well enough to know that they're not going to be a danger to us. Like, there might be an odd, weird one in the crowd, but like, I'm not going out at night. Certainly, I live in the Chicagoland area. You think I'm pissed off about ICE coming in? Fuck no! Get the fuck in here. Let's go. This is beyond anything that I've ever thought we'd ever get to in America. Like, when I grew up, when I was a little kid, fuck, man, my mom would tell me to fucking go run away. Fucking, I'll see you tonight. I'd go to a friend's house. I'll see you later. You think I'm fucking letting my kid do that now? Fuck no. I wouldn't even let my son fucking ride down the street fucking 7 years ago. Like, it's so fucking bad. When I grew up, we didn't even lock doors. Never locked my front door growing up. You think my mom doesn't lock her door now? She still is the same spot. Fuck yeah, she does. And I've got a key to get in. But yeah, every fucking door's locked now. But when I was growing up, fuck no. We didn't have to worry about that shit. Never had to worry about that shit. Ever. Now? These are just the two latest ones. Like I said, we're going to flip over here now. Transition. Here we go. Alright. Going to be smaller. This is courtesy of Xavier De Russo, so I'm trusting his accuracy on this. Irina, Dakara, Lakin Riley, Kate Staley, Sarah Root, Kathy Kozanek, Lesbia Melith, Ramirez Cora, Larisha, Jocelyn, Rachel, Kayla, Brianna, Kayla Hamilton. This girl was an autistic girl that Jasmine Crockett just called some random dead person. Fucking bitch. Brianna, Molly, Shaylee, Millie, Heather, Christy, Sabine, Agnes, Ingrid, Liz, Tammy, Patty, Katie, Camila. Every single one of them should still be alive. Every single one of them. And that's just a small list. I'm sure there's tons more. But first, we're going to watch the next video, but that's just how I wanted to open this up. Yeah. It's, like I said, one of the rougher videos that I was going to be making. Nice little 5-minute intro. I'm not sure how much of this stuff he's going to cover in this. I'm sure Irina is going to be the main focus. This is the first of 3 videos that Nux has made. I will leave the links for all 3 of his videos. We're just going to be watching the first one today, and then I'm just going to watch the other ones myself. But we're going to watch this one together. Here we go. Fucking...
We should not have to live like this. If you've seen this video, you know where I am going. This is an absolute degenerate situation, and let me just say, black fatigue is through the roof. All right, it absolutely is. And it's honestly because of videos like this that keep going viral. Now, realistically, this is a tragic, horrible nightmare situation that is not for the faint of mind, so I just wanted to give you something of a warning, trigger warning. It gets dark. I'm not going to show you the footage, obviously, but it gets really, really dark. So this is a youth of nebulous ethnic background. He could be white, could be black, who knows? Honestly, I don't see race, probably. And
his name
this
is Carlo,
a Ukrainian lady who ran away from the war in Ukraine, who came to America, boarded a bus, and for no apparent reason, this nebulously ethnic individual got up, white-appearing fellow behind her, stood up, stabbed her in the neck. Her blood splurted everywhere, and she bled out and died on the spot. This is why the N-word needs to become legalized, all right? It's horrible. I'm not going to show you the...
That piece of shit is a nigger. Fucking say something back.
Obvious video, but this is the girl, Irina Zarutska, a Ukrainian refugee, flees from a war zone to the U.S., where she gets murdered by a random guy. Flees to the U.S., boards her train in Charlotte, North Carolina, sits down and is killed.
And 2 of my best friends are black, by the way. 2 of them. 2 of my best friends.
Behind by Dick Carlos Brown Jr. for no apparent reason. What's going on? I'm obviously not going to show you this video. I'm just going to show you how it gets there. All right, so here she is. She walks onto the train.
They're also law-abiding citizens, too. Go figure. We talk a lot of football. They're fucking great guys.
Literally does absolutely nothing.
This piece of shit, though. This piece of shit right here.
There's nothing to incentivize anything. He pulls out a knife, and I'm going to stop there. He gets up and he kills her.
Yeah.
And it's horrible. And you watch the life drain from her
and
eyes in this video.
5 Clearly, other black people watch your fucking bleed all over the fucking floor.
The rules of America is you find a
they just fucking
seat,
stare
right?
at her.
Not trying to be racist here or anything, but it's
one of them takes fucking
one of
video.
the unwritten rules, one of the unwritten guidelines. Now, Jussie Smollett, for those of you that don't remember, did a fake hate crime hoax where he claimed he was beat by 2 white people that put a noose around his neck. All right? So, and when Jussie Smollett did this a couple of years ago, it turned the entire world upside down. Every news site was talking about it. They all had Jussie Smollett on the news. Everyone was talking about this hate crime.
There's 3 people behind him. 1 more in the corner. 1 sitting right fucking next to her. The only one that even got up to do a goddamn thing is the one in the gray fucking hoodie. And even he didn't do shit for 2.5 minutes.
These 2 white people attacked him for no reason, just because he's black. And it turns out it was all a hoax. They actually got footage, they got info, and it turns out that it was not 2 black people that attacked him. It was not 2 white people that attacked him, it was 2 black people. And he paid them to attack him to make a fake race hoax. A fake race hoax. So this happens. She is dressed not to attract attention. Dude just stands up and kills her. Just literally kills her. Now, the hilarious and tragic fucking situation is this Brown is the name of this guy, has 14 previous court cases in Mecklenburg County. He was sentenced to 6 years in North Carolina prison after convictions for robbery with a dangerous weapon, breaking and entering, and larceny in Mecklenburg County in 2015. The convictions were for 2 separate incidents in 2013 and 2014, according to jail records. So this dude that killed this random lady for...
I'm a convicted felon, by the way. I believe in the justice system actually working. Like, some people get scared straight. I did some time. I got scared straight. I don't break the law no fucking more. It's fucking really fucking simple. Some people, they just can't fucking do it. After fucking so many fucking times, after fucking 7 fucking times, fucking leave his ass in fucking jail. Like, fucking be done with it after a fucking while.
No reason other than apparently she was a white girl. This person was arrested this many times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 arrests. All right, and he was still on.
Literally, half that. Fuck you. Gone. Bye. I'm all for rehabilitation. That's too fucking many.
On the street. Multiple burglaries and larcenies with dangerous weapons, and they put this man back on the street. Now, this is everything wrong with the justice system.
Yep.
This is why there's black fatigue. There's black fatigue because this motherfucker keeps getting dropped back onto the streets to commit more crimes. You get a white person that fucking drives 11 miles over the speed limit and gets absolutely fucked over that shit. Loses their license or something. And you get fucking DeCarlos Brown over here, commit 14 felonies at least, and back on the streets. And an innocent person died because of it. And every fucking retard that voted for this empathy garbage is to blame. This is why empathy...
And then he walked around the fucking train bragging about it. I got that little white girl. Oh, I got her. It's fucking funny, ain't it?
It's bullshit, alright? No one has empathy. They all fucking are just virtue signaling. She ran from war in Ukraine. She came for safety. America failed her. 23-year-old Irina Zarutska was butchered on Charlotte Light Rail. Her throat cut open by a violent repeat offender who had been arrested 14 times and was still free. It wasn't random. It was preventable. This is a war on white people. Her blood is on the hands of a system that lets violent criminals roam while innocent people pay the price. If Irina was black and her killer white, the media would be rioting nonstop. And because she's white, they stay silent. It's evil and deliberate. And the evilest and deliberatest part of it all, the evilest and deliberatest part, let's see how many people talked about it.
Real quick. I gotta go to this real quick because it's another one of. We gotta play this.
And blood. There has to be blood all over the floor.
There has to be bodies on the floor.
There has to be bodies on the floor.
There
has to be one way black people achieve true liberation, that's by taking it in blood. There has to be blood all over the floor. There has to be bodies on the floor. There has to be people screaming and crying. That is the reality. And this is what history shows me. No amount of begging, no amount of complaining, no amount of protesting, nada is going to get you your liberation until you take it with blood. You see? So this is why I sit back and I don't play along with any of these black people talking about it's a spiritual war, this, that. One way black people achieve.
What do you think about that? Any black person that watches this, what do you think about that? Do you think we need to? You guys need to be fucking butchering us? Do you really fucking believe that? Do you really fucking believe that? Well, you're fucking vastly fucking outnumbered, guys. Fucking vastly outnumbered. Do you really want to fucking start that shit? Fucking. I don't want to be that guy, but fucking. Are you fucking retarded? Are you fucking retarded? I'm gonna get so much fucking hate for this video. I don't care. I don't even give a shit anymore. Like, none. My wife's gonna be fucking pissed. I can give a fuck less. If not for
actual social media, no one would even know this happened. Zero AP stories, zero PBS, zero New York Times, zero NPR, zero Wall Street Journal, zero BBC, zero CNN, zero WAPO, zero Reuters, zero MSNBC. No one reported on this. It's only known because it's happening on Twitter.
Because of fucking Twitter.
Right? This one tweet alone has 33 million views. So people know it's happening because of independent media. If not for independent media, no one would know this was happening. It's fucking sickening. Where are all the cops? Where are all the mayors kneeling and kissing a gold-encrusted coffin like they did for George Fentanyl Floyd?
They're thanking the media for not reporting on it. Actually, that's what the mayor of Charlotte was doing. That's what that bitch was doing. I really fucking hope she got voted out.
That motherfucker was a criminal who died of an overdose, and the entire city was up in flames. The whole country was rioting. Every cop was kneeling and crying to the woke mob in order to make believe that they cared so much. It's fucking bull.
Real quick, if you're still watching this fucking video, I don't do this shit often, but I will apparently have to fucking start doing it more often than I fucking do. Give me a like, subscribe, because... motherfucker, I guess I'm gonna start fucking popping off on the fucking goddamn internet now.
Bullshit, fake ass, virtue signaling ass crack of a society. Here you get a random girl killed for fucking no reason. No reason at all. Other than the fact that the justice system refused to keep this absolute degenerate fucking animal in jail, in a hole
Where he fucking belongs.
This dude committed one case of robbery with a deadly weapon. He should never be fucking on the street again.
Forever.
14 times? 14 times, and the media doesn't even want to report it. That's the craziest part. Now, Netflix,
fuck that.
the good news is, Netflix made videos, all right, warning women to be aware of people on public transportation, but you'll notice something really interesting. All right, you'll notice something really, really interesting and funny.
Yeah,
something
super
really
funny
about this story.
Super.
Right? Something funny about the Netflix adaptation, guys.
Ooh.
Stand it. Yeah. I can stand there if I like.
You're live on Facebook right now.
I've got you too.
Me too.
Me too.
And they saved the poor victim brown girl from the evil white supremacist. That's right, baby. It's the evil white supremacist that does this shit. Absolutely. It's probably not to do with anything else. And of course, to Carlos Brown over here, there's...
Just gonna throw this out here. I've never ridden in public transportation and thought about hurting anybody else while I was on the fucking bus with you. Just throwing it out there to let you know. It's never once crossed my mind. Not even a single fucking time.
Now a GoFundMe raising money for this motherfucker. Now I have a...
Usually when I'm sitting on like a public bus, I'm thinking about my own shit. Like most people do. Yeah, I got my own shit going on inside my fucking head.
Solution. My solution is public execution. I think that this person needs to be executed publicly.
Agreed.
We all saw the video. The video's literally there if you want to go see it. It's on Twitter. You might not sleep tonight.
I think Irina's family should get to fucking stab him. Every single one of them. I think they should just fucking tie him to a fucking log, and they should get to go fucking stab his ass.
But this dude needs a public execution immediately. Right, this white-appearing individual over here, public execution. Hang him, decapitate him, head on a spike. I don't fucking care.
He gets to do
I'll
it.
be honest, I don't even need it to be brutal. See, I'm a generous man. I am an
Bullshit.
empath. Myself.
He gets to do it the exact same way.
I am an empath.
Do you want to know this is you want done onto you?
I don't want him to suffer. I don't.
I do.
But I want it to be incredibly fucking
He
public.
made her suffer.
I don't want him to get thrown off a building and then, pelted with stones. No. A simple decapitation on national television would suffice. A nice guillotine on top of the fucking one-piece execution platform would make me very, very happy. All right? I'm a simple man. All right? Firing squad would make me happy as well. I'd be cool with that. All right? Listen, I have empathy. I have empathy.
Not for him.
I just want his death to be very public. I don't need him to
I have
suffer.
empathy for
I'm
her
not saying
family.
tie each
I
of
have
his
empathy
limbs
for
to another
Dakara's
horse and
family.
have them run in 4 separate directions and carry
I have
the
empathy
shreds.
for Kayla's family.
I'm not biblical like that. All right, listen, I'll be real.
I have empathy for all of those other women's
Very public
families.
is exactly what I want, and I think it's time. I think it's fucking
This piece
time.
of
I'll
shit?
be real. I think it is. So, of
I got
course,
nothing
guess
for
what?
him.
People are calling
At all.
people like me who think this is horrible. People are calling me racist.
Nothing.
Because how dare I call out a black man? Obviously, this is racism talking, and I'm getting canceled for being racism. All right, I'm
Call me
canceled
racist.
for
Fuck
racism.
you.
But I decided, nah, dude. I decided that it's time to get a little.
My name is Shay Glover. You can follow me on X at glow_sports1. Please do. I'm trying to grow over there.
Bit racist. All right. A little bit of racism will do this country a lot of fucking good. All right. So, woke Democrat.
Also, if you're a gamer, download Element Fission. It's a fucking fun game on your phone. Fucking fun. Fun as hell. And you can have a lot more fun watching my awesome fun videos on that stuff that doesn't have to do with this fucking bullshit.
Bayer had the most pathetic reaction to this of all time. So
Piece
lots
of
of
shit.
boys and girl, get ready for a fucking rude awakening. Today we're fighting for justice. All right. Normally we just make fun of retards. Today we're fighting for justice. All right. That's what we do. You're racist for hating a murderer. Yeah, I'm also racist for apparently noticing
fucking
certain
care.
statistics. But don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. I have empathy, which is why I warn a lot of people to pay attention to their surroundings.
The funeral was held Wednesday for a 23-year-old Ukrainian woman who was stabbed to death near a Cat's Light rail station in South End Charlotte last weekend. Irina Zarutska came to North Carolina 3 years ago from her home in Ukraine to escape the war with Russia.
She survived the war with Russia. She couldn't survive sitting in a fucking train in front of a psycho that was released from jail 14 times.
Nope.
Her family says she loved animals and wanted to be a veterinary assistant.
And she was killed by an animal.
Carlos Brown's been charged with...
And you know what's fucking nuts? They had her fucking funeral before any of us even fucking knew. We never knew. Nobody even fucking knew. We knew 20 fucking minutes after George Floyd got killed. And the autopsy sure fucking looked like he had fentanyl fucking flowing through his fucking veins when he fucking overdosed. But no. Race war! Race war! Rah! Oh, man. YouTube's gonna fucking kill me for this.
with her murder.
When something this dark happens here, it is truly devastating and
Yeah, dark.
shocking. It should not happen to anyone anywhere in the world.
Yeah, what do we do about that, Miss Empath? I love when all the empaths come out and are like, no, this is bad, actually. This is your fault. This is your fault for wanting to live in a fucking country where criminals are let off because, oh no, they had a sad backstory. They're tragic anime protagonists. We should let them out of jail. Some people need to...
Yeah, just like the colored person in Minnesota that got 6 months for sexually assaulting 2 9-year-old children. 180 fucking days. Tell me that's fucking right. Someone tell me that's fucking right.
Stay in a hole forever.
You can find my full coverage on qcnews.com and follow me for more Charlotte news.
Anyone who lives in Charlotte, this is really sad, disgusting, and disturbing. This homeless man just unalived this young girl on the light rail in Fulton. So be careful getting on the light rail and be careful around homeless people. Some of them...
What should you be looking out for, guys? What do you think we should be looking out for? What should we be looking out for, guys? Homeless people, right? Homeless people.
Might be, you know, people that are just having a rough time, but usually that's not the case. Most of the time...
Is she fucking sympathizing with this fucking animal? What? Are we serious right now? Bro is having a rough time, so he murdered a random girl in public? Just
Gonna brag about it. Don't forget that part.
Squirting all over the train? Are you insane? Homeless person having a rough time. See, this is the liberal shit, the shit lib mentality I cannot stand. The Karening of society is fucking insane. I would have so much more respect for her if she just pulled out an N-word hard R. I would, because it means you actually have basic human values. And you realize that this is a fucking degenerate asshole that needs to die.
When people are having a rough time,
what?
They, you know, try to live in their car or they try to work something out. They try to find a room. Like, you know, they're trying to do something. Whereas if you're seeing people that are just constantly on the streets, it means usually they're bums and there's something that's really wrong with them. And this man had been arrested like almost like 10 times. He's got like 6 different mugshots. So like, when you see people that look this scary, trust your gut and your instincts. Like, they are scary.
Why does he look scary? Why does he look scary? What about him looks scary? What is it? Like, what is it specifically that makes him look scary?
You
want to tell us?
What
looks scary? What looks scary, guys? What looks scary, lady? Fucking say it, shit lib! Say it! Why does he look scary?
He looks like a pathetic little tool that couldn't do anything but take on a little girl.
Man, I wanted some black-on-black violence over here, so I wanted to do a reaction to the black conservative perspectives on this situation. This dude's fucking awesome. Now,
Tell me I'm wrong.
It's all for comedy. I'm chill. Don't worry. It's all for comedy's sake. Also, I want this guy to die.
Oh, we got to talk about a story that is very, very, very close to home for me out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, this story is going viral. It is getting national news attention because
but not from the news.
Yet again, an individual who should have never been out in the streets, stabbing somebody to death, killing somebody, in this case, a Ukrainian woman, a refugee who fled war-torn Ukraine to come to the United States.
For the record, it's not getting public media attention. That's the problem. It's getting public attention by us. Here's a list of all the news networks that didn't cover the Charlotte, North Carolina story. New York Times, CNN, Washington Post, MSNBC. And it's not the only person that noticed. Piers Morgan. He's a fucking corpo cuck. And even he is saying, why is this disgusting, senseless, unprovoked murder of the 23-year-old, blah, 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 not getting more attention? Everyone noticed. Please. We all noticed. We all noticed. This can't be real. Please tell me this is a parody. It has been revealed that the Charlotte City Council paused their meeting on the light rail incident for an hour to hold a mini birthday celebration and eat cake for one of the council members. That can't be true. There's no fucking way that's real.
Oh, yes,
Right.
it is.
What's going on here? All right, who's the council members?
There
the
they
empaths.
are.
It's the empaths, guys. Look at all the empaths. Nah, that's fake. There's no way. There's no fucking way.
But I'm the racist
You've
one,
gotta be
right?
fucking kidding me.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm the racist
Empaths
one.
assemble. At large, for real, for real. Holy shit.
Of America and to lose
Pieces
her
of
life
shit.
in an act of diversity, equity.
Yeah, she didn't lose her life. It didn't like. It's not like her life just got lost. It was taken from her by
Yeah, it
someone
was fucking stolen.
that should not have
By
been
that piece of
allowed
shit
in
right
public.
there.
And inclusion, right? And that is essentially
You just call this a DEI homicide, bro? Bro.
About here. And I want to talk about it because the mayor's response to this story is getting a whole lot of backlash. And again, I have a whole lot of personal experience in Charlotte, so I can give a very unique perspective on what happened here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
Developing this afternoon, a tragic twist in the case of the young woman stabbed to death on the light rail. We have now learned that she escaped war-ravaged Ukraine. I'm Evan Donovan. Good to have you with us. Police say that attack happened in South End on Friday night, a very busy time for people to be out and about. Channel 9's Joe Bruno joins us live from there now. Joe?
She fled war-torn Ukraine only to be stabbed to death on Charlotte's light rail. That's according to friends. The man accused of stabbing her remains in the hospital, and as recent as last month, there were concerns about his mental capacity. CMPD has identified the victim as 23-year-old Irina Zarutska. They say she was stabbed to death Friday night on the light rail, and we have photos of.
Didn't you say she says she was stabbed to death? There's no way.
No, there's fucking video. There ain't no fucking alleged.
Friday night on the light.
Who says she was stabbed to death? No.
Rail, and we have photos of her. The crime scene was at the East-West station in South End.
Wow. This story is so crazy to me for multiple reasons. First and foremost, again, you have a Ukrainian woman who fled war-torn Ukraine. So she literally fled war.
Yeah.
Okay, and she came to the United States of America, and she lost her life in what seems to be just a random act of violence, right? Just some...
How random is it if you let this fucking guy out of jail 14 times? I'm sorry, man. I'm not trying to be rude here, but you let this motherfucker out of jail 14 times. 14 times. That's not random anymore. It was random that she was the victim, all right? It was random that she was the victim, but it was the opposite of random.
Lunatic, right, who is a career criminal, just stabbing a woman to death. It seems as if...
And how is this not George Floyd, too? How? How is this not like a public incident like the George Floyd thing? Like George Floyd was resisting arrest, okay? And he died of a drug overdose. Literally a million times. Again, it's really sad that the guy died. A million times more justified than whatever the fuck happened here. Like, this is a brutal public murder. And it didn't even make the news. Like, what are we doing in society? How long does the media try so fucking hard? So fucking hard. To squash these stories so people don't know that this is what's going on in our country. Literally for this fake control where they could keep pushing this empathy bullshit. This was an inevitable murder. They let this motherfucker out of jail 14 times. Fuck this guy.
And he was already proven to be violent.
Every woke retard judge.
Over
let this
and
person
over
out.
and over.
Some American cities are, in fact, more dangerous than war zones, right? Despite the propaganda for the Democrat Party telling people that crime is down.
That's why I stay the fuck out of Chicago.
I'm not entirely sure. Some of these cities are really bad. Now, one reason why this story is super
I live
crazy
real
to me
fucking
is
close.
because
I don't fucking go there.
In South End.
Oh, damn.
When I graduated college, I moved to Charlotte, and I lived in South End, literally down the street, walking distance from that rail stop. Again, this is why this story is super crazy to me, because South End, for the most part today, is very gentrified, right? In the sense that they moved out the hood. Because when I first moved there was still the hood there. It was still there. And at the time, they were kicking people out because they were going to redevelop the area and to actually bring some civilization, right, to that area. But the crime problem still persists despite the gentrification. And I think one of the reasons why is because the light rail runs straight down the middle of South End into Uptown. Okay, so the light rail, people can just get on it. You're supposed to pay before you get on it, but as you can imagine, there are a lot of free riders who just get on and they don't pay. This guy apparently was one of those people who didn't pay. He just got on the light rail.
Oh my God, it's such a
I'm pretty sure that's
nightmare.
not the first time he did that. I'm pretty sure he does that all the time.
Fucking
But
nightmare, dude.
you
Did
tend
that all
to
the
have
time.
hoodlums riding in the light rail.
Yeah.
Okay, going, you know, in and out of uptown.
Does that make it like better though?
Now again, they don't have no job. They're not going out. They're not doing anything. They ain't got nowhere to go. They just hanging out, right? They just there, right?
That's a fucking problem. And you think the solution is socialism? Let's just give them more benefits, guys. Let's just give them more government benefits. That's what we need. Yep,
Great
that's what we
idea.
need. What, telling them to get an education or getting a job? Ah, that's retarded. What we need is to incentivize more women to be single mothers and give them free money. That'll make everything better.
Doing crazy stuff. And that was a thing when I was in Charlotte, and it's still a thing today. Okay, and again, part of the reason why is because you don't even have to pay to get on it. Now, they might check your ticket, they might not. But when they're not constantly enforcing the tickets and to make sure that the people who are riding the light rail actually pay to ride it, and I think they do that on purpose because, again, some people, they think should just be able to ride it for free because of their skin color, right?
That's
so they
right.
try not to check too much.
No
right? Because
shit.
They don't want to
They don't want
stop
to look racist, right?
certain people from getting
Of
access
course.
to, you know, the public transportation.
That's right.
But
And all their empathy killed this woman. Good. It's good that people know that. I mean, it's not good that this lady was killed, but it's good that people know that. All the empathy from all these fucking retards jerking themselves off with their incredible amounts of empathy. Look at the reparations that they're giving because their ancestors were, you know, slavers. All right? Oh, wow. You really did good here. Look what you did. Congratulations.
because they're not enforcing the tickets, right? You have people who are riding the light rail who shouldn't be riding the light rail.
Yeah.
And he was one of those individuals.
Great. They had so much empathy. They let this guy onto a train where he murdered a lady for no reason. No reason.
So, again, you know, I can totally understand exactly how this happened, especially considering the fact
That's
that I used to
horrible.
live in this exact area.
That's horrible.
He is charging DeCarlos Brown with her murder. Court records say he is homeless and he has a lengthy criminal history. Just last month, his public defense...
Homeless, lengthy criminal history. Should not be on the fucking street. Should not be on the street. Dude, the system failed this poor girl.
made a motion questioning his ability to proceed in
One
his
of
court
many.
case about misusing the 911 system. The judge ordered a forensic evaluation, but he was allowed to be out and about. The criminal...
So on the most recent shit, they just kind of let him on cashless bail? Trump said he wanted to end cashless bail. Based as fuck. Dude committed a crime and they just put him out on bail for free. Literally, just into the public. This is crazy. It's insane that we're living like this. It's ridiculous that this is society. This is fucking insane. Like, this person should have never seen the light of day. 14 arrests, aggravated assault, armed robbery. Like, what are we fucking doing? Why are you putting this animal back in the public?
And then Dakara Thompson, the guy that sexually assaulted her and then murdered her and then threw her off a bridge like trash. He was actually in court. He was arrested, in custody, and the politically charged left side decided, we're not going to leave him detained like Customs and Immigration asked us. We're going to let him go. And now Dakara Thompson is dead. So maybe let's stop fucking fighting over this bullshit and we'll get these fucking illegal pieces of shit out of our fucking country. I'm fucking tired of it. And I'm sure I'm not a fucking lone. I'm fucking sure I'm not the only fucking one.
Them from
One of those animals you keep in the fucking zoo.
this past January when police say he called 911 and claimed someone gave him man-made material that controlled when he ate, talked, and walked. The magistrate allowed him to be released from jail without paying anything.
Of
One
course.
in promise to appear.
Yeah.
Police have
Cashless
not
bail.
said what led up to this stabbing. We will likely learn more in court, but the first appearance has...
What led up
Fucking
to the
retard.
stabbing? We saw the whole video. I'll tell you what led up to the stabbing. That person's a fucking animal. That's
Yep.
it. Literally, publicly execute him tomorrow.
Please.
You saw it. There were witnesses. There was the video footage. It was a train full of people. You make an example out of this motherfucker. You drag him into the street and you decapitate him on live television.
not been set yet. because he has not been formally charged.
Yeah, I mean, we know what led up to the stabbing. The judge letting this guy walk, right? Let this man walk free. That's what led up to.
Yeah, that's what did it. That's what fucking did it. No shit. He got a violent, unhinged, crazy motherfucker. And they put him back into the wild. When it comes to, like, you know, assault and armed robbery and stuff like that, I don't want execution, okay? But I do want the person to stay in the hole. Bro could stay in the hole and make license plates forever. I'm perfectly satisfied with that. You murder someone like this? Fucking kill him. Execute him. This person will never contribute anything positive to society. This person would serve society better dying on national television. Holy shit. Okay, my chat's getting very creative with how exactly they want this guy to be punished. I don't even want this guy to suffer. I don't care about this person enough to make him suffer.
100%.
What I do want is a very public execution.
You see, I don't care about him enough that I want him to fucking suffer.
An extensive criminal history, including a lengthy history of arrests dating back to 2011, including offenses such as felony larceny, robbery with a dangerous weapon, and communicating threats. He reportedly
at least
served
as
approximately 5
badly
years
as he
in
made
prison,
her suffer.
being released around September 2020 for the robbery with a deadly weapon conviction. He also assaulted his sister just months later.
And that is not just for De Carlos. Get all of them. Every single one of these pieces of shit. If they murdered someone, if they sexually assaulted someone, throw them in jail, let Bubba have them for a couple of months, and then then publicly execute them. I'm sure that they'd have a lot of fun with these pieces of shit in jail. That's usually what happens.
Oh, good. Huh, I didn't even see that one. Huh, wow, fantastic.
Okay, causing minor injuries. And again, as the news mentioned, this guy had a mental health related incident. Okay.
So then why is he in public? Then this dude should be in the asylum forever. He should be on meds in a fucking yellow shirt in an asylum playing Connect 4 with retards
They're
for the rest of his
inhumane.
life.
Just recently, as January 2025.
He's a danger to the people around him, so we're gonna let him go on cashless bail. Hope he doesn't kill anyone. I'm telling you, man, this fucking bullshit empathy, it's too far.
Retard.
This is like actually, weak men create hard times. Hard times create strong women. Strong women create more hard times. Hard times create strong men. And that's what we need. We need strong men. This is crazy.
So this is the part of the reason why we have to start bringing back these mental asylums, right? That's what we need to do. I know Democrats don't like it. They think it's mean.
Fuck
but
you.
Again, there's just some people who just cannot.
MAGA, make asylums great again. Put him in, lock him away forever. No one needs to see him ever again. Maybe his sister that he assaulted will visit him. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Function.
Jail. And the judge should lose his license.
Our society, right?
Like, let there be actual repercussions.
The judge that let him out didn't even have a fucking bar association. It wasn't a member of the bar association. They never even passed the bar. They weren't a lawyer. They were just a judge.
To judges that are just...
Because you just have to be voted in to be a judge. You don't have to be a lawyer to be a judge.
Sitting on their fucking glass houses. They're sitting on their pedestals of empathy where they can look so good and wholesome to the community. Oh, look at me. I'm so woke. I'm letting the black man out of jail. I know that he was arrested 14 times for assault and larceny and shit, but I can let him out. No. You should lose your license. You should absolutely lose your license. That's an activist judge, not a judge. Get the fuck out of there. There needs to be repercussions to shit or no one's going to learn from anything.
No license to take away, bro.
You know who else is a big fan of public execution?
They don't got
God.
no fucking license.
Read the Bible.
You talk about a guy that
and yes, I'm being fucking serious right now.
Just a few months later, he gets out of prison and he's assaulting his sister. Yeah, that's a person that
gone forever
is showing a very, very, very strong sign that he is prone to violence. Right, he's prone to hurting people. Okay, he will hurt his own sister, and eventually, if you allow these people to stay on the streets long enough, again, having a good reason to believe that they have some issues, right, some mental issues, then at that point, you're risking people losing their lives. And that's exactly what happened in this situation. Okay, this is the same story over and over and over again. So let's go ahead and play a clip showing a little bit of what the mayor said about this, because she is receiving backlash, especially after the footage.
I'm so tired, man. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of seeing these fucking talking heads come onto the media and spout their random bullshit. Oh, let's talk about random shit. That's us, guys. Us random shitamoles. Look at us. We have so much empathy. You don't know what he actually went through. This poor homeless man that was arrested 14 times.
Fucking
Love the stat
care.
that was released, and we're going to get into that as well.
Now, in a statement released by the mayor, she expressed her sympathies to the victim and her family, stating, quote, "My thoughts and prayers go out to..."
Yeah, before your thoughts and prayers, can we just get a shout out to God, please? Leviticus 24:17. All right, shout out to God. Whoever kills any man shall surely be put to death. All right, I'm really glad that we were able to come to this conclusion. Thank you, God, for being based.
The young woman's family and friends. When it came to the suspect,
I just have to include that because every time I say something like this, I have some random guy in my comments being like, "What would Jesus do? Would Jesus really support this fucking?" Yes, he would. He absolutely would. Yes. Yes.
Do unto others as you want done unto you.
Every fucking empathetic liberal fucking bullshit ass crack of society, they crawl out of whatever hole. The atheists are here to tell you about what your religion says.
And I'm not all that fucking religious.
She wrote, "While I do not know the specifics of the man's medical record, what I have come to understand is that he has long struggled with mental health and appears to have suffered a..."
Poor baby! Now execute him publicly, please.
Yes.
That's what the FOP is upset about. They say the mayor should have talked about the failures of the lack of resources the city provides for serious mental health issues.
This is not the time for a discussion on the lack of resources for mental health issues. You fucking let a wild animal that was arrested 14 times out in public, and your empathy decision killed an innocent girl, okay? This is despicable. Oh my God! This is really a time to have a discussion on the lack of help for people that have hard mental situations. Yeah, the solution is an asylum, and that's where you put people like this.
Also called out city council.
I don't know why people don't say this. I see so many people talking about this situation. No one actually has the same take. I'm sure some people have the same take. But not enough people are public enough about this opinion. You need to fucking execute this man, okay?
City Councilman, Edwin Peacock, to quote, use thus tragedy
and
to
I don't hide
promote
behind a
the
V2
transit
model.
sales tax. We do know
No
Councilmember
offense,
Renee Johnson requested an update from CATS on a recent change in their safety and security vendor. Data we access shows there have been at least 43 different incidents involving the transit service so far this year. People we spoke with are hoping for safety updates on CATS and in the city as well.
On CATS? On CATS? Really?
Yeah, so again, my personal experience riding the light rail.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, the media is evil. The media is evil. They're evil. They're fucking evil. I don't understand. Do you remember when George Floyd died? I remember when George Floyd died. The fucking country got lit on fire. They lit the country on fire. Every big city, every store was looted. Everything was vandalized. And the military did nothing.
I remember the riots here in
No one got
Chicago.
arrested. And they just basically stormed through the city, fucking burning everything. Every news station was talking about George Floyd, 24/7. Saint Fentanyl Floyd died for all of our fucking sins or something. I don't know. Like, they literally treated this man like a saint. He was a criminal that overdosed, that resisted arrest. Yeah, the cop was rough on him, but he was a criminal that was resisting arrest. 34 people died in the BLM riots. No one cares. George Floyd was a hero. And here they have this random Ukrainian refugee coming to America and just get stabbed, and the media doesn't even want to talk about it.
Okay, and I rode that light rail a lot when I was living in Charlotte, living in South End. It's an easy way to get to Uptown. But again,
Saint Floyd, blessed be his fent.
And unfortunately,
oh right, January 6th, right, January 6th. That explains it.
This rail goes very, very, very south of South End, and it goes basically into the hood, right? So essentially, you have people who are in the not so nice parts of Charlotte able to get easy access to this light rail. And because of that, again, you have these types of issues, right? And again, part of the reason why is because they don't make certain individuals pay to even ride the light rail, okay? They're not checking everybody's ticket, okay? And they don't have adequate security, okay? So, from my own personal experience, I'm recognizing multiple points of failure in regards to why this happened. One, the dude should not have been let out on the street. The judge failed. Okay, we need to start putting these people in mental asylums. Okay,
Yep.
Yeah,
getting them off of the streets, out of society. Right, we only got to deal with them. Right, we ain't got to deal with them.
We do.
The best thing to do.
You know, this is again, people are gonna not like what I have to say here. There's actually a really easy solution to this. Okay, a really easy solution. People think this is impossible. People think there's nothing we can do about this. There's a really easy solution. You actually punish the fucking criminals. You literally just apply the laws properly. It's so easy.
Okay?
But next, you really want to tear families apart? I don't care.
Fuck that.
Oh my god. You just apply the law and it's easy as that. All right? All right, literally.
But outside
then you have fucking Muslim communist Zoran Mamdani running for mayor of New York
Fuck
saying he
that
wants to
bitch, too.
abolish prisons. Right. That'll
Yeah,
work.
that's gonna fucking solve a
also,
lot of
again,
shit.
Not enforcing the ticket. Not enforcing the fact that, hey, you should be paying to ride the light rail. They don't do that.
That's crazy.
And because they don't do that, if this dude had checked from the beginning and not allowed on the light rail, then this wouldn't have happened.
It's true. There's so many. Like, there are so many weak points. There are so many fucking weak points. Think about it. Literally think about it. Think about how many weak points there were to get here. You have a guy that committed 14 crimes and was still on the street. He was on the street for free because of cashless bail. There aren't homeless shelters, so people are just literally homeless just on the street and just fucking up the neighborhood and shit like that. All right? You get the light rail doesn't want to be racist, so they basically let people onto the light rail without tickets. Specifically of a certain skin color. I'm not going to say which skin color. It could be any skin color.
Yeah,
and that leads you to here right now, where you have a fucking fentanyl zombie, unhinged, psychiatric, nutcase, whack job, murder a random girl for no reason. Premeditated murder. Like, you saw him sitting there thinking about it for a good minute, then slowly gets up, opens the knife, and stabs her in the neck. I literally,
he opened the knife before he got
this is
up.
crazy.
And then he bragged about it while he was walking down the train.
This should be the biggest story in all of America. What are we doing? You have the news talking about Gaza? Bro, fuck Gaza for a second. All right, we are in America. The news should be talking about the issues in America. What are we doing?
Okay? So,
front page of the New York Times every day. Gaza, Ukraine, Gaza, Ukraine, Gaza, Ukraine. Here you have a fucking Ukrainian girl get murdered. No national outrage. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Well, let's talk about Trump and his Epstein victims. Let's talk about Trump and Epstein. Did you know that there was a list? There wasn't a list. There was a list every day. Every fucking day. Next, please don't crash out. Yeah, I'm not crashing out. I'm just, like, justifiably furious.
I already did.
Okay? We just watched an innocent person get murdered for, honestly, something that could have been stopped.
Again, I can identify exactly what went wrong here just based on my experience.
Yeah, no shit.
Living in this area. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the video being released of this stabbing because the video is very shocking.
It's 9:46 p.m. You'll notice right away, this looks like any other ride aboard the light rail.
Yeah.
People are doing what they do these days, keeping to themselves, scrolling on their phones as they ride along. The man accused in the killing, DeCarlos Brown, is in the red hoodie. He's on the right side of your screen. He appears to be maybe a little emotional, perhaps a little agitated, but nothing disruptive.
Oh, give me a break, dude. What is this fucking armchair psychologist bullshit?
Nothing that gets anyone's attention. About 30 seconds later, Irina Zarutska boards. She's wearing a hat and a t-shirt from a pizzeria, and she sits in the row in front of Brown.
Terrible mistake. Look, man, she proved
the
that she wasn't a racist in her final moments. Yeah, she picked the wrong spot, I'll be real.
She has earbuds in and is looking at her phone. She too's just minding her own business. They ride along for around...
If she was a little bit racist, she would have lived. Damn, this is crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's wild. Damn.
4 minutes with nothing unusual happening. Then around 9:50 p.m., Brown reaches into a pocket. We've zoomed in on it here. He pulls out a pocket knife. No one notices a thing.
Oh, but it's guns, right? Guns is the problem. That's what the Democrats were saying.
Yeah.
The Democrats were saying we should ban guns.
It's not the fucking psychos that are fucking holding them.
We should ban all the guns, right, guys? It's the knife's fault. It's not his fault. It's the knife, right, guys?
Seconds later, he would stand up, and from behind, unprovoked, as we stop the video, he would stab the young woman several times.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw the video. Part of the reason why I'm having a slight justified crash out is because I saw the video, and it's literally horrible. It's literally fucking horrible. It's one of the most horrible things you could ever see. It's horrifying.
Fucking minutes
Guys,
of it.
I don't think it's the ninja swords. I think it's the ninjas. Did you know that 13% of the ninjas commit about 50% of the fucking kunai attacks? 13% of the ninjas throw 50% of the kunais. Next, all the Hamas executions. Dude, there's a lot of fucked up shit out there. This is up there. You see, when it's like a terrorist organization that has like some sort of ideology, even though it's horrible satanic creatures that should be eliminated from this universe, like the randomness of this honestly makes it so much worse for me. The randomness of this it was shocking. It's so shocking to see. It really is. Like this is like the most inhuman thing I've ever seen in my life. Like this isn't for some ideology, some twisted reality. It's not even for theft. It's not for jealousy, vindictiveness, revenge. Like it just happened. Like literally shocking. It's horrible. I saw the video.
Stuff like this just makes you angry.
Yeah.
It just makes you angry.
Extremely.
This just should not be happening.
Nope.
It just should not be.
And like it's so many levels, because not only shouldn't it happen, but it's so preventable. It's so preventable, dude. How many thousands of people are killed because woke judges decide to let repeat offenders out of jail? Like
I listed off
it's so preventable.
I named off a whole list earlier.
Fucking have tissue paper for morals.
Happening. We should not have to deal with this.
He's so right. He's so right.
Law-abiding citizens should not have to deal with this. We should not have to live in a society like this.
He's right.
No.
She's riding the train. She had no clue whatsoever what was about to happen. Zero clue. This is insanity.
Yeah, it really is. It's cruel.
I mean, can you just imagine? I mean, something as routine as just riding the train, and some maniac just decides randomly to just stab you to death with a pocket knife, and there was nothing you could do about it.
Yeah.
Nothing that she
There's no way. Yeah.
Nothing. She didn't know, had no clue.
Yeah, advice next time is, pick a different seat. But, like, why would you even, why would you think of that? Like, listen, she's not racist. She's not racist, guys. Don't worry.
Couldn't hear anything. Nothing.
It's really horrible. It's really horrible.
I'm sick of these people. I am sick of these people.
Yeah, and you know who really suffers? Black people. Black people that had nothing to do with any of this shit. Black people suffer so much more than anybody, basically. Like, because not only are there black people that are killing black people,
dislike
incredibly
black
high numbers,
at all.
but this is gonna cause some fucking racism.
He's pretty fucking based right now.
Dog,
He's pretty fucking
you watch a
based.
video like this in the next week, I bet you, statistically in America, there will be less
And like I
people
said,
that would
the
have
guy in the gray hoodie, he's kind of
I'm just
okay.
saying.
The other
I
ones,
bet you the judge was a woman.
Fuck
I bet you
all
the
of
judge
them.
that released this guy 14
she might
times
still
was a
be
fucking
alive
girl.
if one of them had
There's
just
no
been
way.
over there
There's no way a man would
applying
let this guy
pressure.
to jail
You
14
never
times.
know.
I don't accept it. I'm actually gonna look this up. What's his name? DeCarlos?
She didn't even know what the fuck was going
It
on.
has to be. It has to be. DeCarlos.
But somebody saw all the fucking blood all over the place.
Who was the judge? Every time.
Multiple
It's
people.
every fucking time, man. It is literally every time.
And like I said,
Honestly.
one of them
I
just
didn't
sat
even
there
think
with their
about it. I
fucking
didn't
phone
even
out
fucking
taking
think
video
about
of
It was
it.
so obvious. It was so obvious. It's not a 50-50 anymore, is it? I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. It's like, I don't know what
Completely
happened to
disgusting.
society that you have a like you have this overwhelming amount of
And we
the
just have
Karenocracy
a lot of video of
purely
this.
driven on emotion.
That's why this one
Look,
is
man,
more
in the Bible,
notable.
there's the book of Judges. In the book of Judges, 92.5% of the judges were male. And I don't think it's a coincidence.
She had no chance to defend herself. The attack was over in seconds, and when it was over, Brown walked through the train attempting to get off. Few passengers, if any, at first realized what had happened until they noticed drops of blood on the floor.
Look at this shit.
90 seconds after the attack, a bystander rushes down to begin lending aid to Zarutska. She would die from her injuries.
Dude.
Oh,
30
that was not
seconds
the
later,
person in the gray hoodie.
9:52
My mistake.
PM,
He's a piece of
6
shit too.
minutes into the video, Brown leaves the light rail.
And no one does anything. No one does fucking anything to this guy.
The video here shows us just how quickly things happened and how difficult it would have been to prevent once he got on the train. And that is an important part to all of this. From what
Do you remember, by the way, Daniel Penny? I actually had this prepared for a different video. Do you remember? Whatever. I'll show this in my next video. My next video is going to be on something of a fatigue of sorts. But Daniel Penny, remember him? He killed someone on a train before they were able to kill somebody else, and the media ended up dragging him for months. Dude, Daniel Penny could have saved your life.
I've been told Brown never should have been on the train. Authorities tell WBTV he did not buy a ticket. Kat says it is working on ways.
Yeah, so why was he there? He didn't buy a ticket. Why was he there?
To keep fare skippers off mass transit. Siobhan?
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
What makes me so angry about this is that there's so many opportunities to prevent this.
Yeah.
There were so many opportunities.
Yep.
So many opportunities.
Yep.
And at every point, it was a failure, absolute failure.
Yep.
The judge should not have released this person.
No shit.
They knew that this person had problems.
Yep.
This person had a long history of violence.
Yep.
This person should have been in jail, should have been locked up.
Yep.
Should have been in a mental asylum.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
He should never have been allowed on train. He rode the train.
Yep.
Nobody checked his ticket.
True. Oh, because everyone had so much empathy, guys. Just because of all the empathy that everybody had. Look at all the empathy that they all had. Oh, what a nice judge. He was just a little bit mentally unwell, so she let him out of fucking jail 14 times. Just a little bit of empathy.
Why do you require people to pay if you're not going to check the tickets? The whole point of checking the ticket.
You're going to check the ticket, but this is someone whose ancestors were slaves to the white man. So don't you know that the white man need to pay reparations? If the white man can't at least let him go on a train for free, don't you think that would make society a better place? The answer is fucking no. The answer is we're living in a two-tier system.
This is to make sure that people who are actually paying to ride the train are the ones that are riding the train. If his ticket would have been checked, he would have got kicked off.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah,
no
His
shit.
life would have been saved.
Yep, true.
Yep.
If you'd been locked up, if you would have been in a mental asylum, this
Yep.
would not have happened.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
I'm sick and tired of these stories. It's unnecessary. Unnecessary for people to lose their lives at the hands of these lunatics. It's the same individuals every single time.
True.
Always the same. Always the same. Long criminal history. They have a record of doing stuff like this, given multiple chances until they finally snap.
That's too many chances. I really think biblical punishment is what I support. I fully support biblical punishment. All right, 100%.
Again,
no doubt,
not
no doubt.
very religious.
Public execution.
Agreed.
Literally, I really feel like this would help a lot.
Eye for
I
an
think
eye.
this would be good
He
for
stabbed her
society
in the
as a
neck.
whole.
Her
Something
family gets to
crazy
stab
like
him in the neck.
So again, the Democrat mayor is
let's
getting
go.
backlash for her response to this. She claims she's not going to post the footage out of respect for the family, but I think the real reason why she's not going to
Is because it's fucking heartbreaking.
post the footage is because of the fact that this doesn't fit the narrative. But she says that this was a senseless and tragic loss. My prayers remain with her loved ones as they continue to grieve through an unimaginable time.
Oh, now the leftists believe in prayers. That's nice.
Yeah.
Like so many of you, I'm heartbroken, and I've been thinking hard about what safety really looks like in our city. I remain committed to doing all we can to protect our residents and ensure Charlotte is a place where everyone feels safe. And
That's a nice way to say fucking nothing.
she's getting absolutely ratioed on this. Colin Rugg says, you sound more angry towards people sharing the footage than you are towards the violent thug who stabbed Arena.
True.
Bizarre. Jeremy Prom says, interesting how you couldn't just say violent racist attack where a black man attacked and murdered a white woman simply because of the color of her skin. Now, again, I'm not even sure if that's really the motivation here, but, we all know what the reaction
That's a
would be
really
if the
good
roles
fucking
were
meme
reversed.
right
Like,
there.
could you imagine a random white man stabbing a black woman?
I don't see
That's
race.
a really
Race sees
poignant
you.
meme.
Yeah, we do know that people would be, pulling the race card saying that, well, this happened because this white man, was racist.
Systemic
'Cause guess what?
racism, guys. Systemic racism. Remember
I'm gonna
systemic
have to
racism
start.
about all white people secretly are all racist against all black people, and that's why black people are getting
Man,
oppressed?
I
It's
don't
because
wanna
of the
be
racism and not
fucking
at all
the kind of person
precipitated by
that
any
fucking
forms of
has to
actual
double check
instances of
when
violence
there's
in
a black
society.
person close to
Remember
me.
that, guys?
And hated
Like,
black people and
fuck.
just wanted to take it out on some random black person. They be saying stuff like that.
Like
But,
I said,
yeah, I mean,
two of my
again,
best friends.
This is, this is crazy.
Never
This
have to worry
person
about
says
that kind of
sunlight is
shit.
the best disinfectant.
But then you got these
and they
fucking
fucking
crazy
tore a new
motherfuckers.
one in the replies. I saw that Akkad made a video on this, and I actually really like his videos. So let's see what he has to say about this. All right, let's see how the British man deals
Charlotte
with
Mayor is
America problems. All right, I'm curious.
God.
What do we got here? Let's see.
So this is just one of the worst things that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And it is just so
It's
out
horrible.
there. It's the sort of thing that you would just never would think would happen.
True.
And it's a level of savagery that is just, it borders on the incomprehensible. Now, of course, I can't show you the video.
No,
The video is
No.
widely available on Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it earlier today, just scrolling through.
Yep.
And it's this.
Yep.
And so I will describe what happens. But like I said, there is something genuinely...
Can we just take a second? All the fucking empaths in the room, where are you? Why are only right-wing people talking about this? Look, what is going on? Why are only right-wing people talking about this? Does some leftoid have anything to say? Any of the leftoids? Well, let's look up some of our favorite standard leftoids. David Pakman. David Pakman. All right, he makes 7 videos a day. There's no way he didn't talk about this. He makes 7 videos every day.
He didn't make shit.
13 minutes ago, Trump bad. 1 hour ago, Trump bad. 17 hours ago, Trump bad. 18 hours ago, Trump bad. 20 hours ago, Marjorie Taylor Greene turns on Trump. 22 hours ago, Trump bad. Stock collapse, Trump bad. Stock collapse, Trump bad. Trump bad, Trump bad. He didn't talk about it. What was the other one? Brian Tyler Cohen? Brian Tyler Cohen. All right, he also makes like seven videos a day. All right, this dude makes 7 videos a day. But also, all right, let's just look at his videos in the last day. 1 hour ago, Trump bad. 15 hours ago, Trump bad. 19 hours ago, Trump bad. 22 hours ago, Trump bad. 1 day ago, Suzanne Collins. 1 day ago, Trump bad. 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 Trump bad. Trump bad. He doesn't talk about it. Why are only right-wing people talking about this? What's going on? It's almost like the right-wing people are the ones with empathy. Real empathy. I'm talking about empathy that means I don't want this to fucking happen ever again. That's what I mean by empathy. When I say empathy, I don't mean, oh, let's let violent criminals into the public so I look like a good person. No. I mean like real empathy. Empathy like, I don't want there to be any more victims like this. Philip DeFranco didn't talk about it. No one. What's going on? This isn't a right-wing issue. This is a fucking savage murder.
Wrong with a
I'm
society
a fucking gamer. I don't want to be talking about this shit.
Mentally ill people in the way that modern Western societies.
Did Hassan talk about it? He talks about everything. He's live 10 hours a day. There's no way he didn't talk about this. There is no way. He's live for 10 hours a day. He didn't talk about it. All right. ICE raid, Trump war crime, stock market, Harvard W. Yeah, and that's it. He didn't talk about it. Unbelievable.
So people
pieces
back in,
of
the 19th century would complain about the asylum system. They'd be like, well, you know, they're just being treated like animals. They're being treated like there's something wrong. Modern medical techniques and drugs can help these people live normal lives. It's like, yeah, assuming that they choose to take the drugs, assuming they choose to cooperate with the medical techniques.
Yeah.
But if they're not under supervision, how are you going to make them do it? But anyway, the asylums were shut down. And so now, insane people who, and that's the best explanation we have so far, it could be this
could not agree more with you,
much more racialized that underpins this, are just free to roam the streets. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, there's a black man, there's a white woman, therefore this is racial. I don't know.
I never said this was racial. All right, by the way, in my entire video,
I heard that motherfucker bragging. I got that white girl. Got that white girl. Yep, fucking heard him. Walking down the fucking train. I fucking heard him.
Never said it was racial because I hate when people just squeeze. I think this is a fucking crazy person that was let out of jail.
And he didn't do fucking shit to all the other black people around him. He waited for a fucking white girl. And that was the trigger that made him fucking take out the blade. He didn't do shit to the fucking fat black girl that was sitting fucking right next to Zarina. Arena. Right in the other fucking seat. Right over there. Right across the fucking way. Nah, it was fucking racial. He fucking murdered this girl because she was fucking white.
Way too many times. I don't know if he killed her because she was white. I do know
definitely
that he
fucking
killed
did.
her, and he should be publicly
fucking sue me over it. Fuck
I don't
you.
know that this is racial. I do know that this person is mental, and that is the only legal information we actually have on him yet.
Well,
But
also the fact that he was arrested 14 times for violent crimes.
I'm not in any way saying that it's unlikely that
it might
he
be.
is
Maybe.
mental and also hates white people.
Maybe.
I think that's very likely.
Yeah,
because what happens here is this is a train. He's just sat on this train. The CCTV capturing it
Illegally. Got on when he was on the train illegally.
And this young lady gets on.
Nuxie's on camera saying, I got that white bitch. There's no way.
Yep.
There's no way. Is that true?
Yeah.
There's no way. Holy shit. That's true. I can't believe it. I got that white girl. I got that white girl. This is a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Where's society? Where's fucking society? Trump needs to roll in the fucking
right here, and I'll fucking live it.
I don't know, man. Look, man, I'm a very tolerant man in general, incredibly tolerant.
I try to be.
Female judges, bro. that shit fucks me up every time. Something about female judges. I don't know.
Ukrainian refugee. She was 23. She gets on. She doesn't even make eye contact with him. Why would she? He's just like looking out the window. She just gets on, starts looking at her phone. Then after a few moments, he rummaged around his pocket, pulls out, opens a penknife, and then stabs her in the side of the throat out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely nowhere.
It's a
no
nightmare.
interaction whatsoever.
Nightmare.
It's the most savage thing I've ever seen.
That neighbor is guilty. I got the rope right here.
You'll know that I'm a massive advocate for the death penalty. So, I mean, I would have him swinging by the end of the day.
True,
if I was
100%. Literally 100%. Literally 100%. Swinging, baby. Public execution. Personally, I am biased. I admit I'm biased. I want to see decapitation. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. I think decapitation should be the way for specifically murder. All right? Swinging, I could think of crimes that swinging is appropriate.
He stabbed this little girl, this poor girl, right in the neck. I think her dad should get to stab him in the neck. Plain,
but for me
simple,
personally, I
easy.
think a good old-fashioned decapitation would be very appreciated.
That seems like way too easy
of not the world we live
of a death to
in. And
me.
honestly, who bloody knows what's going to happen to him, right?
Too quick and easy.
The judge is going to let him out for being mentally unwell.
Anyway, there are news reports about this. Her name was difficult to pronounce because
Irina Zarutska.
Ukrainian. Irina Zarutuska, she was an actual refugee from Ukraine, was stabbed allegedly by DeCarlos Dewan Brown Jr.
Allegedly.
And he was just found wandering around on the platform after people had called the police and they came to arrest him. And apparently he was treated for a hand injury, so he'd injured himself while murdering her because she was pronounced dead after suffering a stab wound in the throat.
Insane.
Honestly, it's just awful, and I don't recommend that you watch it.
True.
They're just...
Yeah, I saw it. I'll be honest, I wish I didn't see it.
I
agree.
Didn't
need to see it. I could have just heard the story. Didn't need to actually see the footage. I was
Yeah,
shocked.
no, you see how
because
fucked
that
up
was
I
the
am
first I
over
came
it.
across it. I didn't come across the story and then look up the footage. The first thing I saw was the footage, uncensored, and I couldn't believe it. Like I was
Mine
sick to my
was
stomach.
censored, at least.
It was the first thing I saw. It was viral. Had like 100,000 likes on the tweet. And I just clicked on the video to see what it was all about, and dude just pops out of nowhere and fucking does the most inhuman shit I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't believe it. I was actually shocked.
It's so savage. There's just no reason for it, and it's just the hardest hit you can, straight into her throat, and that's it. And can you remember, like, her day would have been so normal up until that point, I bet, that she's just wandering around, and this happened in Charlotte, North Carolina, I think.
Yeah.
But she was just wandering around. There's a completely normal day for her. She's just having a normal
Just
day.
got off
She
work.
gets on the train. She's going home, and then she's dead. Like, what? Is she somehow responsible for black oppression in America? Like, what the fuck?
There's no explanation. Like, at some point you have to stop coming up with explanations for why this happened to her. Look,
Hate
man,
crime.
obviously, God works in mysterious ways, as they say. I
She
don't
was
know
a
why
white
people
girl.
die when they die, but I do know that that motherfucker needs to get publicly executed. And every single the judge that let him out 14 times needs to lose her license to be a judge. It's insane. This is pure and utter evil. And also, black oppression is not a thing. It's not a thing anymore. It doesn't exist. Maybe it existed 200 years ago. Maybe it existed 100 years ago. It's not a thing anymore. We have to stop fucking playing these ethic jumping jacks. It doesn't exist. It's not real. Okay? This person was let out of jail 14 times! 14 times! That is the opposite of oppression! Fucking privilege to murderers! What are we doing? Nah, dude, that's bullshit.
Girl got to do with any of that, if that is indeed the reason this was done.
I mean, it's a psycho. I don't think that there's, like, a deep reason.
But anyway, her death has raised new concerns in Charlotte about the safety of public transportation, with community members calling for stronger protections on buses and trains.
Great.
Things that wouldn't have stopped him.
Yeah, the buses and trains. That's the only thing that needs to change. Totally
Yeah.
not the whole imprisoning criminals thing.
It was so quick, because he just, like, realizes that she's there, gets his knife, and then just stabs her. No, you wouldn't have had time to intervene.
So the solution is people need to actually punish criminals. Like, I'll be real, if this dude had a very public execution, the next guy would think twice. Like, he would! This would literally be so fucking good. I mean, it's not like the whole situation would be good. The situation's a nightmare, but, it's what we do moving forward, right? If this dude's head is on a spike at the entrance of the fucking city, I don't think a lot of people would want to join him on that spike.
It did work
Just
really
one
well.
strike and she's dead.
Surprisingly.
Like, the problem
Nightmare.
is the existence in communities of insane, violent people with mental health problems.
Back in
and
the
that's
medieval times.
the official narrative. You can look at her Wikipedia page. There's a Wikipedia page of this already, right? The suspect, DeCarlos Brown Jr., was a 34-year-old homeless black man with a lengthy criminal record dating back to 2011. He'd been convicted of multiple offences, including robbery with a dangerous weapon, breaking and entering, felony larceny, and misuse of the 911 system.
911 system, my British friend. It's not the 911 system. What the fuck do you think he did? He took a battering ram to the Twin Towers?
Approximately served 6 years in the North Carolina prison.
Thank you,
He was released in
that last.
2020. Subsequent arrest included charges for assault on a female in 2022.
Wait, so the assault on the female was after he was out of jail? Bro, literally fucking throw him in a hole at that point. He obviously didn't learn his lesson.
A misuse of the 911 system in 2025, where he claimed man-made material was controlling his body, right? So, I mean, don't get me wrong, he may well have hated white people.
Why is he out?
I think it's fair to say that he was also absolutely mental, some sort of absent schizo, right? So you've got a violent...
I mean, both could be true, without a doubt. Both could absolutely be true. I do think he's crazy, obviously, but he's a psycho. That doesn't actually change anything, though. I don't care if he's a psycho. He needs to get the death penalty anyway. I don't care if he's a schizo. Sorry, bro. I do not give a shit. Not my problem, all right? Your mom should have raised you better. Your dad should have been home instead of fucking disappeared into the wind, which he probably was, just statistically speaking. And he should have been in a asylum for his entire life instead of actually let into the public world. Due to the failure of his father, of his mother, and of the system, this dude led to him murdering someone, and dude needs to get a public execution.
There was definitely a failure somewhere along the line.
On the streets.
Don't know where, can't
now,
say.
There is the Bukele option, which is lock up violent schizos for the protection of everyone else. Oh, but what about the human rights? And Bukele's got a good answer to that. What about the human rights of people who don't want to get stabbed? The human rights of the people who are not doing anything wrong, who are not going around terrorizing society. Isn't that more important than the human rights of the people who are going to terrorize them? And so, I find myself in full agreement with this. Because, I mean, when you see just the amount of time, again, 14 times he's been let out of custody. And you look at his face and you realize this is not a well man. This guy is a maniac. He is obviously someone who doesn't feel remorse. He is someone who doesn't care about the people around him. There's a reason that he's like a homeless crack addict or whatever.
Yeah, he was raised wrong. That sucks. Anyway, now he's a murderer, so we got to throw him away. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know what we're doing here. Again, like he said before, this guy's human rights shouldn't trump anyone else's human rights. But I'm not even a huge fan of human rights, to be honest. I think human rights is kind of a misused term. I believe a lot more in human wrongs. And this dude's a human wrong. And he needs to get a public execution. I am a much bigger advocate for human wrongs than for human rights.
This guy can't function in a free and modern society. This is not the way that he is built for whatever reason. And again, I'm not
now the solution was keep him in an asylum forever, playing Connect 4 with other inmates and eating Jell-O. That was the solution. But you bungled that shit. Now he needs to get a public execution because he's a murderer.
Pass judgment. This is just obviously the case. And you could take the more sort of liberal perspective and say, okay, he's a man who's been failed by the system. He's a man.
Okay. Oh well, that sucks. I don't care.
Not anymore.
This dude has free will just like everyone else has free will. And with this dude's free will, he murdered someone. I understand he has his demons. I understand he has his struggles. But that is not my problem.
Man who needed help and didn't have it. So, yeah, okay. So why allow him to roam around the streets on his own? If he is a dangerous schizophrenic, which, again, is the most charitable interpretation of this, then do we not have an obligation to him as well as society at large to make sure that he's not on the streets? Such people, and I realize it's a bitter pill for the average lib to swallow, but such people must be deprived of their freedom.
Yeah, obviously.
They are dangerous to themselves and everyone else.
Yep.
They can't be allowed to roam the streets.
The liberal mindset, the empathy mindset, but what about his freedom? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. He forfeited his freedom. He killed someone. What are we doing here? It's so open-minded. Your brain fell out. It's fucking bullshit, fake empathy.
They are not productive members of society. They're not going to become productive members of society. And if at any point this lunatic had been, okay, right, that's one too many crimes, you're going to the asylum and you're just going to be locked up there. You're just not sane.
No, that's
and
like
have,
7 at least too many crimes.
No, dude, so here's the thing. I think this should have happened after his first of
One
the
too
14
many
arrests. He
my
should have been
ass.
admitted into the asylum. If not, that implies that he isn't a insane person. And if he's not an insane person, he should be punished to the full extent of the law for every single one of his actions. If he is an insane person, after crime number 1, bro should have been in the asylum. And if not, that means you deem him as not insane, and he therefore needs to be punished to the full extent of the law. I don't know why we need to deal with this shit.
For now, while you're currently mental, before you just stab some random girl in the neck for having the temerity to exist near you for whatever, it could be the man-made material controlling your body or whatever it is, you fucking fruitcake, you have to go to the asylum. You should not be out. You are a danger to others. And this is genuinely a real issue. That I know it's, again, difficult for the lib to accept, but there is a much higher rate of schizophrenia in the black community than there is in other communities. Now, I don't know why. I have no idea why. I'm not a doctor.
Don't know.
But
Can't say to that.
Statistics are racist. But
I don't know if
statistics
that
are
statistic is
racist,
true or not.
guys.
the point is that's real and that's true. And so that should be something that's
Cannot
considered.
comment on it.
That should be
I have
something that's
not
taken
looked
into
into
account. And that should be something that is dealt with before they go and kill someone for no reason.
Yeah, obviously.
Again, in the most barbaric of ways.
Crazy.
But the thing is, they acknowledge, there's problems with the criminal justice service.
Yeah, the problem is letting them out.
In the wake of this, and again, this only happened today, right? So this raises questions about the effectiveness of the judicial system and the community's failures to address mental health. Even Brown's mother has blamed the courts for allowing her son to be out in the community.
Holy shit!
Right. So again, I don't know that this is a race thing, and a lot of people are trying to make it a race thing. But it doesn't immediately strike me as a race thing. It strikes me immediately as the mother being like, yeah, my son was dangerous to other people. Why are you letting him out?
So, I agree. It's not a race thing. It's just, it seems to be happening a lot more often in specific races. That leads you to start noticing patterns and asking questions. Now, you could say that makes you racist. And my response to that is, I don't care what you call me. I don't give a shit what your label is.
Not at all.
To quote JD Just Dance Vance, I don't give a shit what you call it. There is something wrong in specific cultures that has led to this dude out here stabbing a girl in the neck.
He should be in some place where he doesn't have access to sharp objects forever.
True. Well, not anymore. He killed someone. Too late. I don't care anymore. No asylum for him. Sorry, he lost his chance. If you wanted to be in an asylum, he could have been there before.
He's not going to get a sharp object in jail either, unless he makes one.
Where is it? There we go. Right. So, District Attorney Spencer Merriweather, bound by legal rules, wouldn't comment directly on the case, but he spoke broadly with Axios about the limitations and complexities of holding accountable defendants with mental health issues.
Oh my God.
Defendants must undergo an evaluation to determine whether they're...
Oh, he's mentally unwell, so we can't punish him properly, so we have to send him out into the public to kill more people. Wow! Wow, so much empathy. Wow!
Capable of assisting in their own defense. Merriweather noted that some defendants stay in mental health facilities for years while courts wait for them to reach capacity to stand trial. In some instances, judges eventually dismiss cases, releasing people who commit dangerous
Oh my fucking God.
They also say the standards for involuntary commitment are more complex than they seem. Okay, I'm not going to go into the details of it, but the point being, if someone is not capable, mentally capable, of being involved in their own defense, then why is it that they are mentally capable of being on the streets? Why is it that they are considered to be mentally capable to live in society with the rest of us before they can go on and do something terrible? Like, again, it's not even... I mean, obviously, the main concern here is society itself. But also, isn't it bad for them? Like, no, we're just going to release this mentally ill hobo onto the streets.
Yeah,
What's going to happen?
dude, anyone with a normal functioning brain realizes this is retarded.
I'm sure it'll be fine. No, it's not going to be fine. It's totally irresponsible. It's like the concept of liberty taken to its most extreme, ridiculous nth degree. These people should be taken care of, and that means if someone isn't mentally capable of even defending themselves in court, they shouldn't be free. They should be in an asylum to make sure that they can't harm themselves or others. And that's just, I mean, it's just, that's the responsible thing to do. That is the social thing to do. To put them out on the streets, like the Democrats doubtless.
Like these people, they're trying so hard to be kind, so hard to be empaths, so hard to be good. Look at us, look how kind and good we are. He's mentally unwell, so why should he be punished? These people are so fucking stupid. Oh my God.
For. That's the irresponsible thing to do. That's the path to anarcho-tyranny. That's not good. This is not good for them. It's not good for us. This solves no problems whatsoever. This doesn't help anyone. These people need to be put back in asylums.
So either, look, man, there's two reasons for prisons, okay? This is, or asylums, or whatever you want to call it. All right, there are two reasons for them, okay? And a lot of people don't seem to understand the purpose of prisons. One is punishment, and two is to keep that person away from the public. These are two completely separate reasons why prisons need to exist, okay? Literally, both of these reasons are valid. Punishment for the crime, so that he will not do another crime in the future, and so that other people would not want to commit crimes because of this punishment. And two, to protect the public.
It really
both
fucking
of these
works.
exist
Just
in
saying.
tandem. And if either of these situations are fulfilled, I fully support imprisoning.
The threat
or
of going back is the
And
reason
there's really
I
no
don't
other
commit.
way to look at it. This person is a danger to the public. And also, I understand that this is a whacked out psycho, but it doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. Thou shalt not kill is basic enough that even a whacked out psycho should fucking get punished for it.
You know what? I'm all for it. Make asylums great again.
Yeah, MAGA,
this
baby!
Prevented this from happening. Yeah. This isn't a necessary
Because
thing.
as much as this piece of shit needs to die,
in my opinion,
I know that if I'm the one that does it,
I think it's
I'll go to
the
jail.
woke bullshit.
So I
think it's
can't.
the retard empathy judges, the empath freaks that are going out there to say, I have so much empathy. I know that this poor little baby boy, he didn't do nothing. All he did was go get arrested 14 times. It's probably a coincidence. Poor little baby. He would never do anything
his face because I'm done looking at that piece of shit.
Retards, for all of them, literally. We're living in the age of retard empaths, and I had no sympathy for any of these motherfuckers. Public execution, that's what I support. I stand by it. I don't care how crazy he is. He lost his opportunity at asylum 14 arrests ago. Fuck you. And I don't give a shit what you call it, Margaret. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it, guys? If you're still with me, thank you. I really needed to get this one out. And again, it's not just about Irina. It's about Dakara, Kayla, all the other ones. It needs to stop. It all needs to stop. All right. I'll see you guys around. Later.